Hello folks and welcome back to Medieval Total War. I am Step, and this is going to be part 4 of my early campaign where I'm playing as the Danes. In the last episode, I was able to finally get my economy out of the pits of hell. It's not much better. It's really just at I'm only making 1,000 florins per turn, but hey, that's something. That's something. And I have banked almost 5,000 in my treasury just because I've been really kind of reining myself in regards to building buildings, just building just what I need to get these boats in the water. Essentially, upgrading my merchants a little bit. I do have the second tier merchant building here in Denmark, and I am able to build boats in Denmark and Sweden. I'm one turn away before I can start building boats here in Norway as well. Now, here at this point, here's kind of what I'm aiming for. I obviously do want to continue to increase my trade network and increase the income that I will get from this. However, as I've stated before, the amount of money that you can get in the early game off of trade is somewhat limited by the amount of, it is limited by the amount of ports that are on the map. Not all factions have gotten around to building that many ports yet, so yeah, that's something that will increase over time, and there's definitely money to be had here, As I've mentioned at the end of the last episode, there are some regions here that will be very profitable, but the thing is, and this is a feature that when I found out about this in this game, I really love this feature. I think it's really cool. The further away your boats are from a friendly port, the higher their upkeep is, that's just a really organic, logical, really just a cool thing that was put into the game that makes sense, right? So if I look at this boat here, it's going to cost 60 upkeep. Same with this boat, and then as we get closer, I think we're looking at 45, yes, 45, 30 for this boat, and then 15 for the boats that are right next, yeah, because this is a friendly port, right. And that's really cool, right? So it kind of, when I first started playing this game, and I was looking at some of these island provinces, such as Corsica and Sardinia, they're pretty poor, and that disappointed me because I know that these were, very important trade areas, as would any place be in the Mediterranean, right? It just makes sense. And it just didn't make sense that these are poor provinces. You'd think that these would be rich, right? And I still think they should be, but there at least still is incentive in taking territories in the Mediterranean that can simply just decrease your upkeep costs for your boats just by having a friendly port here in Corsica. You don't have to think, oh, I'm going to go to war with the Italians. What if it goes rebel? And you're like, hey, let's just take it. Let's just make my fleets a bit cheaper. So I think that's a really neat thing, Same with these islands, Crete, Rhodes, and Cyprus. They're all again very poor, and it's like, oh man, why are they all poor? I think Malta's poor too. I think Sicily is the only island that it makes money. I think I could be wrong, but yeah. Anyway, I think that's a really neat thing. However, in regards to my current strategy, yes, fleets should still be focused on somewhat, but I should also start thinking about my next expansion. And I am looking at Finland. And I am going to get a boat. My next boat's going to be finished here in one turn. And I'm going to send it to the Baltic Sea so that I can spy on these Baltic provinces and see what is what. I imagine Novgorod will have Finland. And of course, Novgorod. And I don't know what else they would have. Yes, I will be going to war with Novgorod. I want these provinces, but how strong will they be? I reckon what I will need is at least one army to kind of hang out here in Denmark and just guard my southern border. And I reckon that I would need at least 2 stacks to invade Novgorod. Well, Finland, and then, yes, starting with Finland, right? And then just fending off whatever counterattack could come from the Novgorod folk. Now, as I've mentioned before, they have strong units in the case of their boyars. The two Orthodox factions, the Byzantines and the Novgorods, do not have bodyguard units for their family members. They have full strength, regular 40-man units, which is full strength for cavalry. And the boyars are the best skirmish cav in the game. Their shooting stats are the same as any other horse archer unit, but it's their armor and their melee stats. In fact, I forgot to look this up, but I think they have an axe? I think they have a bonus versus armor in melee. I could be wrong about that. I should check on that. But yet I do know they have decent armor for a skirmish cav. Like they have good stats as well. So it's the kind of unit that you can really it can really demolish you. You can kind of like charge you in melee and you're like, oh shit, I'm getting crushed here. So it's something that I find if you're trying to beat an army like this in the early game, it's similar to how I view fighting the Castilian Spanish Jinete spam if you're like playing as Aragon, because Aragon, you know, their early game units are just, it's basic, right? It's just spears, archers, javelins. Well, that seems prohibitive, but then how do you face off against JavCav? Protect your archers with your spears, shoot the JavCav with your archers. Just keep it like that. And to a similar degree, I think that's how you fight the boyars of the Novgorods. Use your Viking thralls. In this case, I will be using Viking thralls. They're cheap. They're cheap and they do the job. Even though they are the worst spearman unit in the game, they still will. They have a psychological effect on the AI. The AI knows not to send horses into spears, even though boyars even will give Viking thralls a problem. They will, but they will protect the archers long enough for the archers to do their work, and I still will have Vikings in reserve to charge in against any potential charge of boyars. So it's a very simple early game army comp to deal with a faction that I think is actually kind of a tough matchup in the early game. So obviously I can train Vikings with +1 Valor here in Norway. That's something that I even could be doing right now. I also, Denmark is the only province where I can train archers. So I imagine this is going to be the place where I start. Obviously I could build an archer building somewhere else, but why spend the money when I could just do it here? Denmark does give +1 Valor to my boat, my longboats, but still, I can kind of transfer boat building responsibility to Sweden and Norway for a while I train archers here. Also, I finally did get the Royal Palace built here in Denmark, so now I can train some emissaries. So I will actually do that first. I want at least a couple of emissaries on the board so that I can send them about. I have a son that just came of age in the last term, Prince Canute. He's pretty bad, but you know what? He needs a wife, and his dad is he's getting up there in age. King Olaf II, yeah, he's getting up there. So something that's kind of nerve-wracking in this regard is that he actually has a lot of sons. Now you might think, why is that bad? Here's what happens. My understanding is that there is a 6 heir cap. There can't be more than 6 heirs. And it's stupid. That's stupid. It's a dumb thing. It's a dumb thing. So here's what happens, right? The king dies, Prince Canute becomes king. Well, look at this. He still has 4 brothers. And what happens if the king has another son? Or God forbid, 2 more sons before he dies. So I don't think he can have, okay, now look, so he wouldn't be able to have 2 more. He'd only be able to have 1 more, right? Because that would be the cap. But then Prince Canute comes of age. He would have 5 heirs, essentially. Brothers count as heirs until there's a son who exists. And then Prince Canute can only have 1 son. And again, you might be thinking, like, why is that a bad thing? Well, if that son is very close in age of his dad, and you know, not very close, but like, you know, if Prince Canute just has a son within a few years of becoming king, then his son only has, say, 20 years or so to get married, have a son, and then raise him to be of age to take over the throne before he dies, before that son dies, before Prince Canute dies. It's tricky. It's a kind of a scary thing. It's one of those things where you might like lose this game for something that you can't really control too much. It sucks. However, it's something that I haven't fully explored yet. I think I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like in a situation like that, if that happens, if Prince Canute dies and his son is still not of age, can one of the brothers come in and become king? Or are they just completely out of the picture once that son exists? If you do know the answer, I would like to know that answer. I have a feeling that it doesn't, but I'm not quite sure. I don't know. I don't know all the intricacies of the family tree because there isn't really much of a family tree here. So anyway, that's that. I want emissaries. As soon as this boat's done, I'm going to start. Yeah, I'm going to train a few emissaries. I am allied with the French. I betrayed my German allies. Well, I didn't betray them. I didn't attack them. I just switched alliances from the Germans to the French because they are now my new southern neighbor. They are doing well in the war against the Germans and the English. And they do have a princess right there. So I would like to see if I can get her hand in marriage to my son. And yeah, other than that, yeah, as I was saying, getting that boat. Oh, one of my viewers did mention that I can pre-move boats. So essentially knowing that Denmark is going to have this boat that's finished and this end turn. So I think what's being said here is that I can move this boat to the Baltic right now because I want it to be there. And then this boat that's going to be finished in this end turn is going to count as keeping this trade chain connected. Is my understanding of that. So we're going to test this out here. We're looking at 4,884 florins, plus, kind of keep doing that, plus 1,026 florins. So yeah, looking at about, 6,000 florins by the time, actually, is that, yeah, exactly. So, yeah, we'll see if that's true or not, but I have it on good sources, right? And yeah, if you're watching, thank you for giving me that tip. That's very helpful. You know, being able to pre-move boats and get a little bit of a head start on getting the boats moving out. So let's see. I got some money to spend, but I don't want to spend it all, right? I don't want to go just crazy here. I have 2 turns left before this boat is finished being built, but I am thinking about increasing my trade income. That seems to be a good idea. Sweden does have good farm income, but they both cost 1,000 florins, and they both take 4 years. And I think the merchant's going to make more money. I wish it would say it, but it doesn't. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say a percentage or anything. This does tell me 531 for farmland. Right now, it's making 459. So it's a big boost actually. But I think I'm going to go trade here in Sweden. Yeah, I'll spend 1,000 florins on that. And Norway. I can build a unit of Vikings or train a unit of Vikings there. Because I do need to get going on that. As I said, I do want probably 3 full armies. 1 to defend Denmark, and 2 to attack Finland. Here we are in the very next turn, and yeah, because I did spend that money on that merchant and just a couple more units, I do think that counted. I think that this trade ship did count for the income and it didn't disrupt anything. So yeah, that's awesome. Profits going down because I am building more things, but now we do have vision on some provinces here. This is interesting. So yes, rebels are here in Livonia and Lithuania, and it looks like the Novgorods just have Finland and Novgorod itself. Also, I've said it before, I love that navies have can spy on stuff. It's so cool. Finland, what do you got? Yeah, a lot of good stuff. So 4 units of boyars, 2 units of Vikings, and 1 unit of spearmen. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that Novgorods are the only other faction that can train Vikings? Yeah, so it's a good faction. So they have an advantage essentially with their cavalry and their infantry, you know. It's just a thing where so looking at it though, so they don't have any foot-based archers. So that's something that I can essentially take advantage of, and that's what I was planning on doing anyway, using foot-based archers to just kind of chew through them. So these are all heirs, so that's actually a lot of heirs. 4 stars, strange, -1 morale. Ooh, okay. Prince Jort. All right, all right, all right. -1 morale. That's so easy. You know, that 4 stars is going to give his men attack and defense bonuses, but that -1 morale, that hurts. What about the king? 4-star general materialist, so that's just acumen boost. He's getting up there in age, so he is going to not be the king by the time that I attack. Who's next up? Maybe him? 22 years old, 45, 44. So these are probably all the brothers, I'm guessing. And then I think this is looking like the son, Prince Sviatopolk. And natural leader. So 3-star general, natural leader, +2 morale. Okay. Yeah, they're solid, right? Solid generals all around. Let's see, army comp over here, Vikings, spears, woodsmen. So not like a ton of stuff, but definitely some chunky stuff. And if they combined all of their boyars, that would be 6 units of boyars. Interesting. Interesting. They haven't built a lot of stuff though. I wonder if they've taken other provinces. That's why I want another emissary. So let's start training. Yep, my emissaries are going to get going here. And one of them can... Oh, I lost her. Where did the princess go? If I could find... It's not... No, it's emissary. Oh, man. So, yeah, I would like to send my first emissary to look for a princess. Oh, there's a Spanish princess. He can talk to her. My allied. I think I am an allied with the Spanish, yeah. So he's going to be doing that, and then I will switch over so we get into training the Viking thralls, and I will switch over Norway to building boats. For now, I will build a merchant building here in Norway to increase the trade income from that. But I think I'm going to stand pat in Denmark. I don't think I really need to go crazy with anything right now. With the military upgrades and stuff, it just... I don't know if that's the money that I need to be spending right now. You know, I think that's where I need to be a little bit tight. You know, like armor upgrades would be nice, sure. Spearmen, don't really want those. I can just train thralls. Thralls are from... Do I just need a fort for a thrall? I think I do. But yeah, thralls will get the job done in regards to that. Siege engineer. Do I need siege equipment to take down... I mean, there's no fortifications in Finland, and it's just a fort here in Novgorod. And if I'm bringing in 1 million archers, because that's what I plan on doing, I don't really need that ballista. And then town guard so that I could train militia sergeants. It's just not a unit that I'm going to be training because Vikings do the job of a militia sergeant for better, I think. And yeah, everything else like royal court. Ooh, okay. Training royal knights would be good. Okay, that's the temptation right there. Training royal knights would be good, but again, that's not really the unit. That's like it feels excessive. Even a royal knight would probably be beaten in combat by a boyar, just because it's twice the size. Boyars are 40 men, royal knights is 20, so it just also doesn't seem like a good move. Churches are also tempting, just because that allows me to train Catholic bishops, and that would allow me to, you know, get some vision all over the place. That's one of the things. Also, I forgot to mention this. One of the reasons why I'm also pushing for early second round of aggression here is because, well, it is tempting to kind of sit here and just build ships and build ships and build ships. I already did mention the increase in upkeep for ships further away, but also in addition to that, the other thing is that something that I like about this game, as opposed to Shogun, is that there's more stuff that needs to be built. So you kind of have to do that. You need more provinces to build things. You just run out of space eventually if you have a small empire. The thing with Shogun is that you only have to train a handful of units and have one province for agents, and that's pretty much it. In medieval, there's a lot more. You need, provinces that are dedicated to military infrastructure for your armies. Maybe one province is heavy infantry, maybe one province is light infantry, maybe one province is cavalry. But then you also need a province that's like artillery, and then a province that's for agents, and a province that is for navies. You need more of these places. You can't just have one province like Denmark here being the navies and the armies and the emissaries. It's too much stacked into one place. There's not enough time. It's going to be a really slow buildup for your empire. So you have to kind of get more places. It's funny because you think you can build tall by having these trade empires, and in some ways, you can. You can make a lot of money, but then you're kind of like, all right, so you need room to build these things, train these things. And so it kind of forces you to take a few more territories than you might feel comfortable with. And I do like that in this game. I'm kind of interested in what it's going to be like when I play Sicily. Because Sicily seems like one of those factions that, again, is very leaning towards, playing tall and building up trade. But then where do you attack into? Naples against the Byzantines? Sardinia and Corsica against the Italians? I'm very curious about this campaign. Anyway, that's getting ahead of myself, but that's kind of the idea there. Here, it's an easier target. Take out the Novgorods. They're a different religion, technically, and there's a bunch of rebels in the neighborhood, so you can kind of just take out the Novgorods and then switch on to rebels, and you'll be fine. Make some money and get some more provinces in which you can build things. Prince Valdemar has now come of age, and boy oh boy, just by looking at him, he does not seem like he's a good one. Oh boy. Oh boy, Prince Valdemar's secret pride, okay. So -1 command, so he's a 0-star general. But he does have +3 valor, so there's that. He should be a decent fighter in combat. Also, natural leader is a good solid trait. +2 morale, +1 loyalty, so hopefully his loyalty is fine. Let's take a peek at him. So yeah, 3 valor is fine. He has plenty of loyalty, 2 piety, 2 dread. So luckily, he's not going to be counted on to rule Denmark. He can just kind of hang out with his family there and his dad's stack. Emissary. Is there... I would like to find a French princess, but if there's not one, I will take whatever. Yeah, there's some Spanish ones down here, so let's go talk to her. Yes, get Prince Canute married, please. And just like that, my king has died. Yeah, just a few years after Prince Canute came of age. 2 of my allies have engaged in hostilities. This is going to be the Hungarians and the Byzantines. I suppose I would remain allied to the Hungarians just because they are Catholic and I am also Catholic. So yes. Yes. I don't really plan on attacking the Byzantines, but just in case. All right, how's your influence, Canute? Not great. 3 influence is not great. You're 19 years old. You have hopefully a long life ahead of you. You're not married yet, but I have an emissary on the way. Should I send both emissaries to talk to princesses? One of them... Okay, so he got there pretty fast. He got there in 1 turn. But then she must have moved off somewhere else. So yeah, I wonder where she went. And there's no one else. I can't even see. There's no other princesses available that I can see. I thought I saw a Novgorod princess. No, she's not. She's not around. Well, how about this then? How about I send you... Wanted to send you to spy over here. So, yeah, I guess just make the long way around. Let's go by land, and I want to see if the Novgorods have taken one of these inland provinces. Oy, oy, oy. Oh, man, the English are getting invaded up here in Northumbria. So the French took a little shortcut, used their navies to invade Northumbria. Yeah, that's tough on the English. Man, oh man. A significant number of disloyal generals. Yikes. Okay, well. It's because my king's influence is at a 3. Spanish king has died. His heir has taken over. Heir matures. Prince Hardkonund. Merchants is finished here in Sweden. And let's see, Historia Regum Britannia. So Geoffrey of Monmouth has completed his lively and sweeping epic Historia Regum Britannia. His account of the life of King Arthur and the deeds of the Knights of the Round Table are the most accurate and popular to date, and the English throne basks in reflected glory, gaining +1 influence while the people are diverted from matters of serious faith, minus 10% zeal in English provinces. Okie dokie. That will matter, I guess, once I take England later on in this campaign. Prince Hardkonund, he just has 1 trait, and it's a bad one, -1 morale, -10 happiness. Because he is a strange man. But he's a 3-star general, so there is that. Yes, there is that. Complicated man, Prince Hardkonund. Wait, I forgot to check. Is he loyal, though? He's loyal enough. Is it you that aren't loyal? Yeah, it's you. Maybe you. Yeah. I'm not too worried about it. I'm not... Yeah, you as well. But I'm just bringing them all to Denmark to hang out with the king anyway, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And I think I need a disloyal family member to lead the Civil War, and I do not have one, so... Yeah, that should be fine. Is it you? Yeah, you're fine. You can come down. And I got that merchant finished in Sweden as well. So making, profits -22. What happened? Did my boat? Oh, goddamn. See, I screwed up. Okay, see, that's the thing. Now, this is user error. I get it. But that whole idea of moving your boats prior to, like pre-moving your boats, like I was talking about, you have to get your sea regions right, or else you just screw yourself. Because, yeah, I knew Norway had a boat that was being finished, so I pre-moved my boats so that I could get boats up here to the Gulf of Valencia. But it was the wrong sea region. I forgot that it's the Norwegian Sea and not Skagerrak, so... that sucks. That sucks. Oh well. You live and you learn. A few years later, and Prince Christopher has now come of age as well. This is going to be my 3rd heir, my other brother. This is my 3rd brother. Right. I did get a farm upgrade here in Sweden that's finished, and I did build a couple churches, one in Norway and then one in Denmark. That's just going to give my units extra morale, so that's going to help out. And then it will allow me to build or train priests at some point, or bishops, that is. And so far, the princesses of Sicily, Spain, and Italy have all declined marriage proposals. So, oh, yes. Speaking of which, so yes, the king has decided to take matters into his own hands, and now he is getting married to the daughter of a leading aristocrat. So, that's pretty good news. Let's see, Prince Christopher. So, you have pride. So... -2 command, -2 acumen, +3 valor. So, bad general, bad governor, but you can fight. He can fight. And let's see. So you have weak principles. Okay. It's going to make him easier to bribe. Where Prince Christopher. Again, you are loyal. So there is that. There is that. So this is going to be my defense force down here, led by the king. This is what I want. The woodsmen are just kind of... I'm just going to leave the woodsmen here, just for whatevs. And then I decided to have the uncle at this point. This is the uncle, Sir Sten Orvendilson. He's going to lead the attack on Novgorod. Well, when the time comes, he still needs a bit more troops. Yeah, I'm just started building up his army. But he is a 3-star general, so that's fine. And a secret blackmailer, that's bad. So when that's discovered, he's going to lose some loyalty. But they should still be fine. Even if he loses 3 pips of loyalty, he will still have 4 loyalty. So he should be okay. And he is a great warrior, so he's going to be tough to kill in combat. So he is going to be leading the attack. I saw some things happen that I wanted to take a peek at. I thought I saw, yeah, Aragon took Valencia. Are they at war? Does that mean they're at war with the Spanish? No, they're not. So that was still rebel. Interesting. Wow, the Spanish had not taken it until... They never took it. Wow, that's really interesting. But they did push the Almohads back out of Cordoba. That's tough on the Almohads. But yeah, the Aragonese having Valencia, that gives them a bit of it makes some money. 939. Holy shit. Yeah, that's... How's it making so much? 80% farm upgrades. Damn. Okay. I guess that's how. Oh. Well, I'm glad my king got married on his own. That is helpful. He is 25. So yeah, have some kids. Have some kids. King Canute the third. Now Prince Sven is also matured, and that's going to be the 4th brother. And the Byzantines, yes, nope, sorry Byzantines. I will not be accepting your offer. And man, oh man, another strange one, man. That's too bad. -1 morale, -10 happiness, because he has a habit of talking to invisible servants who are not normal, but they are certainly disturbing to those around him. Yes, oh well. He is another 3-star general. So I have 2 3-star generals who are strange. Too bad. Because I don't want to use them as a general. You know, that makes it kind of tough. Having a -1 morale hit to your entire army, yeah, that's hard. That's okay though. I might just need the uncle, Sir Sten or Van Dilslen. Might be enough to get the job done. It looks like I'm taking a peek around. Okay. So the Novgorods have taken Muscovy, but they've just taken it. There's nothing built here. And they have mounted crossbows as well? God damn, man. Huh. So yeah, 3 provinces is making money. It's making just a little bit of money. 334 is not bad. Novgorod's making 560. Finland's making 200. So, I mean, Novgorod still has just a fort. Finland still has nothing built except for farmland. I think I want to keep... I feel like I'm tempted. Let's just keep my emissary bumming around these parts just to see if the Novgorods keep expanding. Now that my king has found a wife on his own, and I don't really have a use for this emissary to be looking for princesses right now. Sure, I do have these other heirs who are unmarried, but none of them are sons, and I don't really... I feel like I should wait for a son, right? That would make more sense. Getting Prince Valdemar married off, I mean... 26... I don't know, maybe. Everyone's declined me so far. Maybe I'll go back to looking for a wife for the brothers later on, but right now, what I want to do, I was looking at my governors, I wanted to check in to make sure that they're all good, and so the Earl of Denmark, 4 acumen, totally fine, and he's a steward, so he's giving a bonus to agricultural production as well as happiness. He's good. You know, the Earl of Denmark is set up, and then the Earl of Sweden, lots of acumen, more acumen, he's good. The guy of Norway, the governor of Norway, he's the one that's a little bit meh. I wanted him for his dread, so to keep Norway subjugated, so I could move my army back to Denmark. But now that I have some emissaries, and now I am thinking I can find some better options. Norway has quite a bit of zeal, 57%. So I need to make sure that I find someone with high zeal and good acumen, and I think I've found just that. Now, unfortunately, Sven Igod has low loyalty, but the title of governor should probably raise that up. The piety, 6 piety, that seems like it's good. A faithful man that is more devout than most, this individual can expect to garner support from the religious communities whose religious views match his own. That seems good. Also for acumen, can give Norway a little bit of an economic boost, which is now making 444 florins. Maybe we can get some more off of that. So let's get this emissary up here to strip this man of his title. He's not going to be too happy about that. He's probably going to lose all of his loyalty, but he's going to go right back into the king's stack, so it does not matter one bit. And then we can give that title here to this man, Sven Igod. And yeah, then maybe we can go back to looking for princesses. I see there's a Polish one right here. There's a Novgorod princess right here. So maybe, you know, the fact that my king has not had any kids yet, I don't know, I guess it takes time sometimes. So this man has been stripped of his titles. That is now done. I did build a spearmaker here in Denmark just because it's cheap and I can finally retrain that spearman unit that I had since the beginning of the campaign. And Thorgil Jedwardson. Okay, this is really funny. I have a feeling this is the guy that I literally just stripped of his titles, and then he gains loyal. So +1 loyalty. I think that's him. Let's just check on this. That's so silly. So he lost a pip of loyalty because he got stripped of his title, but then he oh, he became loyal. That's hilarious. Okay. All right, now let's make you the new governor of Norway. So making 490. It's how are they making more money now? Okay, no, it must be a trade thing or something. Trade. It has to be. Yeah, I think it's just counting the 4 ports that I just got. It has to be, right? Anyway, yeah. So this gives 2 loyalty. Yeah, that's a good one. Sweet. So 490. And I'm making 687. Yeah, hot damn. That's well worth it. Yep. Good call. Good call. So yeah, now I guess like you can go back to work talking. You've done such a shit job at it so far, but go back to talking to princesses. Like, yeah, talk to this Polish princess right here. Hey, and now we do have a son on the way. Yes, awesome. And the king is plenty young enough to see his son come of age. So that is good. There's also time to have another son. You are, let's see. Oop, nope, wrong guy. You're 28 years old. So, yeah, your son's going to be somewhat middle-aged by the time that you die. So, it's pretty important that I get my son married, you know, when he comes of age, so that hopefully, and I'm pretty sure they can have like kids like in the background, so that they can have an heir essentially on the way already. By the time they become king, I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I don't know if the family trees are like different for the different faiths. You know, like if it's different for the Muslim factions. It might be. Gosh, I don't know. It felt like there was a moment where one of my it came down to when I was playing the Almohads. I feel like one of my brothers had to become king, and even though he had never been married, he still had a child that was out of wedlock, and he was just a few years before he became of age, so he was able to become of age before his father died. And I feel like I'm remembering this correctly, but I don't know if that's ever happened playing as a Catholic faction. I don't know. I don't know. I would have to observe this a bit closer, but yeah, if you have any observations about that, I'd like to hear them. Oh, hey, this is useful. So, the Novgorods are proposing that their Princess Olga marry my Prince Valdemar, and I was just looking for a wife for Prince Valdemar. Valdemar, of course, is my oldest brother, so, you know, it's not the most useful thing in the world, but just in case, I can get him married. And yeah, perhaps he can start a family of his own. So, yes, there we go. Now, does that make us allies with the Novgorods? Oh, shit, it does. See, I feel like it's confusing because I feel like if you're the one asking for the marriage, then it doesn't force an alliance upon you. But then if you're the one accepting the marriage, it does. Yeah, so I forgot that. Maybe it said it in that little message right there, and I didn't read it. So, shit. That sucks because my king already has low influence. By attacking the Novgorods, I'm going to lose influence. Now, of course, I will gain influence by taking territories, so hopefully I can offset that loss by the gain of... Yeah, but... That's a little bit dangerous. Now, if the Novgorods started a war with someone that I was allied to, and then I would be forced to pick between the two factions, that would be fine. But they're up here, and there's literally no one around there except for rebels. So, shoot. I kind of messed that one up. Now, the Byzantines just bribed the rebels in Lithuania. What? What the heck? That's an interesting move. I mean, they haven't pushed up this far, have they? No. No. Emissary, this is what you were here for. Go find out what the hell is going on over here. That is interesting. That's very interesting. So that in some ways could work out for me. I'm allied to both the Byzantines and the... Oh, no, I'm not. I lost the Byzantines as an ally because they are at war with the Hungarians. Damn, I was thinking that if the Byzantines and the Novgorods went to war with one another, then I could choose the Byzantines and then I'd break my alliance with the Novgorods. But that's just wishful thinking because no, it's not gonna work. Oh, well, that's too bad. Oh, hello there. The English are pushing back a little bit. That's what I like to see. The English have taken back Wessex. Yes. Fight back. Oh, okay. Yeah. And yeah, a little bit of unrest in Lithuania, eh? Yeah, causing a little bit of issues here. So the Byzantines might just lose Lithuania, although it looks like the Byzantines have 2 stacks. Did they just bribe 1 stack and get... I don't know what's going on right now. The Turks are asking for an alliance. They are at war with the Byzantines. I don't know. They are... I guess it doesn't matter. Sure. And okay, so this is kind of the bad thing that I was waiting for to happen. Sir Sten Orvendilson, it's finally been found out that he is a blackmailer, so he is going to have lost some loyalty. So let's go take a peek at that and see, how is he doing? He's still at 4. 4 is okay. Is it good enough to lead my attack on Finland? Maybe even make him a governor. Maybe. He has 3 acumen. That's fine, you know? So, yeah, maybe. We'll keep an eye on that. And what the hell is going to happen here? Holy shit, that's a lot of urban militia. And a 3-star rebel general as well. And another 3-star? 4? 3? It looks like 4, but it's just 3. Optical illusion, man. And the Byzantines, they're bordering. They're bordering these provinces. They brought reinforcements. They don't have a navy, yeah. They must have Kiev or Volhynia or something. Because, yeah, they didn't bribe Trebizond archers. That's a native unit to the Byzantines roster. And same with the Byzantine infantry, of course. And the naphtha throwers. Not natives, but they're not native to this land. That's for goddamn sure. Wow. That's kind of interesting. I don't think I've seen... I mean, we haven't really seen it yet, but let's take a peek and see what's going on here. That's interesting. Byzantines. Going to war with the Byzantines in the Baltics. That's not something that was on my bingo list for things I would have to do in this campaign. I did not see that. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm plugging away here. I have like maybe half of an army left to build. Maybe a bit more than that, but yeah, I'm getting there. It is kind of terrifying that the French have 5 stacks on my border. I have to imagine this is just because they're building up because I'm building up. Now, hey, France, guys, this is not meant for you. Yeah, this is not meant for you. Maybe I should bring my forces to Sweden to kind of get them to back down. They're at war with 2 factions. Like, you know, you would think that they'd be focusing on that, but I don't know. At the same time, and this is, you know, kind of alternative thinking here, but if this is, yes, we are allies, but if they're pulling forces away from the wars that they should be fighting, and, you know, the English can start taking back some territories, that would be good for me. This is going to fall in 4 turns. Goddamn, it's going to be a while. It's going to be a while. But the French territories, you know, that's the thing. Like, guy, France, you know, your territories are being invaded by the English, and I haven't found the Germans yet. I'm still looking for them, but anywho, maybe continue to draw their attention just to try to help the English out and the Germans. Kind of playing both sides here, as it were. Oh, poor English. Oh, that sucks. The Loyalist Rebellion in Wessex goes to the French. Go fucking figure. That's sad. I did build a town watch here in Sweden. Sweden was having some like population loyalty issues. Not severe, but on very high taxes. And with only 1 peasant unit garrisoning the keep, they were at like 104 loyalty. Which is fine, but the town watch will increase that by a bit. And of course, I do need the town watch so that I can eventually get the metalsmith and the armor buildings. So I did end up building a siege engineer here in Denmark so I can get my favorite ballistas. Because, you know, I'm always trying to make my ballistas work. Famine in Norway, goddamn. Saint's relic on display. So the brain of Saint Eustake, as uncorrupted by the passage of years as the rest of his mortal remains, will surely become a notable relic once it has been properly sealed in a jeweled reliquary, so that its holy perfection will be preserved. Pilgrims from all across northern Italy will surely flock to see this wonder, raising the zeal of the entire region. Has no effect on me. A dualist heresy, a fanatical sect of heretics, the followers of the priest Bogomil, is on the rise. These Bogomils hold to the errant belief of dualism, that the net material world is evil and the spiritual world is good. They reject the truth that God created the world, the sanctity of marriage, and the church's authority. The foul heretics are currently gaining support in Bulgaria and Wallachia. Emissary, Byzantines. I sure do kind of think I want to go with the Byzantines now. That would get, you know, yes, it would get me out of my alliances with the Hungarians and the Turks, but I don't really mind that so much. And if they do end up in a war with the Novgorods, although they are allies right now, so maybe not. Maybe they would not fight each other. Let's, God damn, I don't know. It's because obviously the Byzantines are that's another region I want to invade. I was just kind of kicking the bucket down the road thinking, hey, I'll get to it later. And the Novgorod regions are the regions I want to invade first. So, hey, take care of them first, right? But, you know, if I have to betray someone, I may as well betray someone that I can wipe out. You know, the Byzantines are not someone that I'm going to be wiping out. I'm just going to take a territory off of them, and that's that. So nope. Nope, I will not accept this offer. Oh, the Pope. The Pope wants to have peace. Yeah, sure. Pope seems like a good ally for a Catholic faction. King Canute III, builder, plus 10 happiness in all provinces. Yes, I will take it. Hey, Homelands, is it already that time? Yeah. Scored another 5 points. 7 if you're counting the territories that I've conquered. Let's take a little peek at that. Yes, 21 points. And yeah, it's not, you know, it's there. It's funny that's like more than Spain. Spain's like beginning points are so bad. It's hilarious, but yeah, doing better than Spain, doing better than Aragon. And yeah, but freaking Hungarians, man, Jesus, their points are just insane. Turks are doing well as well. The Italians are doing well. Yep. Almohads are not as well. They're getting pushed around a little bit by the Spanish. Byzantines as well. Holy shit! Holy shit! What is going on? They've lost Constantinople. They've. Okay. So. They have Naples, and then they have Cyprus, this island here, and Crete, that island. They've lost Rhodes. They've lost all of Anatolia and Constantinople and Greece. And they don't have Bulgaria either. And they don't have Serbia. Oh my god. The Turks are here. What the fuck is going on? What is this? This is crazy. Okay. What the fuck is going on? So, what do the Byzantines have? Do they have Moldavia? Like, this isn't a conquering. They just migrated here. You know? Like, they just have Naples. They have taken Sicily. So the Sicilians have been pushed back to just, like Malta, I'm assuming. Right? They just have Malta. Yeah, that's all they have. So the Sicilians are going to be stuck here. Do they even have any? I saw some scary Sicilian navies. Yep. I saw some bigger ones. Bigger ones? Yeah, they have some navies in the water. I thought I saw some big Sicilian navies, but maybe they're just spread out now. So the Sicilians have boats in the water, but yeah. Anyway, crazy stuff. Holy shit. Like, I'm just flabbergasted by what's going on. And, okay, so the Germans still have Bohemia. Want to keep taking a peek around and see, probably have Austria as well. Oh, the poor English. Oh, this sucks for them. The French Loyalist Rebellion got goddamn feudal men-at-arms. I don't even know if the French have any feudal men-at-arms themselves. Oh, I can't. Yeah, none in these stacks. Oh, that's a good unit. That's a good early game unit. Swordsman unit, good at killing spears. Oh, shit, that's 5 units. Then, yeah, Feudal Sergeant is a good spear unit. 2 archers. Oh, the poor English can't catch a goddamn break. That's rough. So if the Hungarians have Moldavia and the Turks have Kiev, then how the hell did the Byzantines get these native Byzantine soldiers up here to Lithuania? Do they have Poland? I'm going to check out Volhynia. But what do they have? What is going on? I am just... I really see, this is where I want like boats everywhere, because I want to know. I'm so curious. I am so curious. Let's drop a save. Let's keep moving on here. I'm getting close. I just have to train up a few more Vikings units. Yeah, that's what happens when you kind of split your training and your production between different things, right? It kind of feels like you're doing everything slower, and when you could just be focusing everything on just boats or just soldiers. But I want it all. I want the Navy. I want the soldiers. I want it all. So It's just going to take a little bit more time. If I'm lucky, let's see, Spanish king has died, Spearmaker finished. Lords of Champagne, +3 acumen to the governor of Champagne, okay? Good for them. But see, here's the thing, like, first off, I feel like I need 2 stacks against the Novgorods. Secondly, if they just retreat from this, if I send 2 stacks in and they go, oh no, I can't fight that, and then they retreat, then if they counterattack, I feel like I have a better chance of a counterattack. Like, what's the geography like here? Flatland, okay, so that favors the attacker. What about this, though? Attacking into this. It's the same, isn't it? It's the exact same. Okay. Inland, plains, temperate, grassland. So, might not really get much of a hill advantage because it doesn't say there's any hills. But maybe a forest advantage? Maybe I can hide in a forest? And that can help. Yeah. Obviously, I do want my own archers to kill their boyars, but maybe I can just be at the edge of a forest and lure them into a charge to their doom. Because, yeah, cavalry do not fight well in the woods. They do not. They receive massive penalties to fighting in the forest. And no, the Byzantines do not have Volhynia. So how the hell did these units get up here? I don't know. I don't know. It didn't go through Pereslavl, did they? Just keep moseying around, emissary. Get to the bottom of this one if you could. Now I got my boats in the Adriatic and I'm making that big time money. Look at that money bags. Making over 2 grand. Finally, it feels good. And oh man, it's the mystery is just, it's getting peeled back a little bit further and further. The Hungarians have essentially become the new Byzantine Empire. Croatia, Serbia, Greece. They are not at war with the Turks, are they? They're not. They're not at war with anyone. Yeah. No, they've done this all peacefully, of course, I'm sure. But the Turks still are at war. Yeah, the Byzantines are at war, the papacy and the Turks. Yikes. They're just making enemies on both sides, man. Ay, 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 ay. Huh. Interesting. I wonder if the Byzantines would have a chance of taking Italy. That'd just be wild. That'd be wacko. Well, this is this is fascinating. It really is. Emissary, you just keep doing that. Keep poking around. And it looks like, I'm peeking around here. It looks like the Germans may have stabilized a little bit. It looks like they're kind of a little bit of a mini empire, but they're kind of surrounded. The English, they lost Aquitaine finally, and they're gonna lose. Oh, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's gonna be it. The English are gonna be taken out once this falls, and I can't even spy on this because the French have boats blocking me from spying, so I don't know how long it's gonna take, but it will not be long, I imagine. Poor English. Rip. And that is it for the English. Yeah, it's just a sad fate. Every time I see it happen, I shed a tear. Now it's just the gross French hanging around. I don't know, how are they so powerful? I would like to jump into a French campaign at some point and just kind of see what it's like. Because they don't look, like, on the surface, they don't look strong. They look surrounded. And they are surrounded. And I don't know if are their territories that rich? Are they? I don't know. I don't... Flanders makes a bit of money, looks like. But they have a lot of trade goods here. But I don't think the AI is really developing its trade too much. I don't know. They have some boats in the water. I think Flanders, is it all farm income? Goddamn, I can't see anything here. Fucking French Navy is stopping me from spying on them. Yeah. Well, I saw the Byzantines, looks like they tried to attack Livonia, and they somehow failed. And the Novgorods seem like they're kind of stuck as well. Looks like they're not really doing much. I feel like they've had the same army camp here in Finland and Novgorod this entire time. And that is going to do it for this episode. I just wanted to, just kind of check back in and recap things a little bit. I've just a few more units to train before my armies are ready to invade Novgorod, but I have been recording for a while now. I know it's been a slow episode, still a couple of episodes, but action will be kicking off again pretty soon here. I just need to make sure this goes right, because a failed invasion is going to be a pretty horrendous start to this campaign. So I need to make sure that when I start a war against the Novgorods, it goes well, and I need to make sure that I can, recoup my losses and make money off of these provinces once it's all set. So yeah, I'm getting there. I'm close. And in the meantime, a lot's been happening on the world map. So many things. We lost to English. The Byzantines, their entire empire is completely messed up. But in any case, you know what? That's all going to have to wait until next time. As always, I hope you have enjoyed this one, and thank you very much for watching. This has been Concept playing Medieval Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.